All right, welcome back. We're going to be continuing with our TK80 tutorial series today. And I do have a previous video on object-oriented programming in Lua, so you could watch that one. It's about 5 minutes long. This is going to be much the same information, slightly updated and hopefully a little bit better audio quality, but basically the same. So we have a Lua file here called template.lua. You can tell that it is a TK80 file because of the top and bottom. It's got all of that metadata. So we can just change the name of this to whatever we'd like. I'm going to call it template. I'm going to set the author to Outmouse Labs. This is a OOP template for TK80. Okay, that's enough. That script Lua is important. It tells TK80 which language we're using. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a class. Now, when I say the term class, I mean an object that can be grabbed a hold of, copied to make a fresh version. So imagine that you have a class for fruit that all fruits are. Making a copy of that fruit might be to make a single apple. A copy is called an instance, and the original, the blueprint, is called a class. Okay, so we're going to create a class called fruit. We use a capital letter to remind ourselves it's a class, and it's ultimately a function, and it takes one parameter, name. We're then going to create a table, a local table within it called new fruit, and tell it that the attribute name is equal to whatever the name is inputted. Okay, then we're going to have a function called that is part of new fruit, so it's in that table. By using the colon operator, we pass self automatically, and then we're going to call it eat. So if we hover over this, it says it's a method because of the colon, so it knows it's a method of the new fruit table. And all it does, trace is a command in TK80 that's like print. It traces or prints to the console inside of TK80. So you eat the whatever you called the fruit. And then we return that table new fruit. So just again, when you call the class, it runs this function, which creates a table and then returns that table. Next up, we're going to create a subclass, also using a function. So we're going to say that banana, which is a class, so it's capitalized, is a function. And what a banana is it's a table called new banana, which is a fruit named banana. Now, our subclass banana does things that fruit doesn't. It can be peeled. So we say new banana.peeled equals false, creating an attribute just for banana. Then we can add specific methods if we like. So we can say function new banana colon peel. So the method peel sets peel to true. We can also call the methods from fruit, or we can change them by overriding them. So function new banana eat overrides the other eat from fruit. If we didn't do this, it would work just like fruits, and you wouldn't have to put it in here. Eat would just already be there. But since we're overriding it, we're saying if self.peeled equals true, then you eat just like before. Else say you need to peel the banana first. And then we return the new banana new banana table. Next up, we're going to create some just to show how this works visually. So create an instance of our base class. We're going to say an apple is a fruit called apple. We're also going to create a banana. We're going to say my banana is a banana. And then because up here we set fruit banana, we don't have to put a name in, just so that makes sense. All right, next up, this is for testing purposes in TK80. We set a global variable t to 0. We clear the screen to 13, which is kind of a blue color. We say if t is 0, then run this code, and then add 1. Every tick. Now the tick is about 60 times a second. We do this so that it only does this code one time. Otherwise, it would do it over and over and over again. All right. And what do we want it to do? We want it to take our apple and eat it. We want it to take our banana and eat it. And then we want to take our banana and peel it. And then we want to eat it again. When we run this, on the screen, we're just going to get that blue color. But down here, which hopefully, I'll see if I can make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Down here, this is the console for TK80. And down here, what we see, is you eat the apple, which comes from apple eat. You need to peel the banana because we tried to eat the banana And the banana is different. You have to peel things first. And then we peel it. So it's peeled. And then we try to eat it again. You eat it. So that is OOP in Lua. There are lots of ways to do it, but I have found this is by far the easiest way. Also, I've tested some of the other ways. They don't seem to work in Teak 80. So every sort of application that uses Lua puts it in a embedded. So it embeds it in the larger project. So I believe TK80 is written in C++. It might be C. And then Lua is embedded as a scripting language, which means that when it gets embedded, certain options may be enabled or disabled or even added. So as far as I can tell, the set metatable methods don't work well, or sometimes at all, in TK80. So I would recommend using this method for OOP in TK80. All right, hopefully that was helpful. We'll see you in the next one.